back. I can't quite believe he's actually back.
I think he's an alien from another world.
Ready for this?
Here we go. History.
I came back to the BBC as head of drama at BBC Wales, and it was my first meeting with Jane, the drama commissioner, and she just came out with it and said, how would you feel about bringing back Doctor Who?
I read in the newspaper that Russell was going to write Doctor Who, and it was really intriguing to me.
We did have loads of people that we were thinking about, but Chris was always in our heads.
I would never approach Chris Eccleston in a million years, I don't think. I wouldn't have thought he would have been interested.
I like the idea of a writer as intelligent and rigorous as Russell writing for children, because I think, you know, if you can get them young with good stuff, as they grow older, they're going to demand good stuff of their television.
We just wanted someone who would be a brilliant actor and would surprise the audience and not be a predictable choice.
And then I got an email off him. Literally, he'd been out for a jog, and he said, I've been thinking about Doctor Who, and, you know, if you don't mind, can I put myself on the list?
When I heard it was Christopher Eccleston, that really came out of left field, I was overjoyed.
He's a marvellous actor, got a great track record, and I'm very excited that he's doing it.
Christopher Eccleston was by no means the most obvious choice, but as soon as we saw him audition, he just played it in such an interesting way.
I'm the doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life. The Doctor is a legend woven throughout history. When disaster comes, he's there.
Fantastic. You tell me, where do you want to go? Backwards or forwards in time?
Filming for the new series began in July 2004, and Doctor Who Confidential was there from the start.
The new series, really, we wanted to be everything the old series was, with a great big watch of 2005 shoved into it as well, because I genuinely love the old series. Tonight is our first proper night show in London, and it's very early on in the run now. We're only sort of 5 days in. We've done 5 days in Cardiff. Now we're in London, and we're doing the big London stuff, which includes the London Eye. Whenever we come here, we want to sort of maximise it, so you get all the big locations, all the big touristy type settings in the background. It's got a sense of humour like it always had. Hopefully it's less studio bound. I think that'll be the greatest visible change in it, is that it was terribly, terribly confined in sort of 3 walled sets. We're doing a lot of it on location, like at least so far, I think about 70% of it's on location. So that makes the whole picture look bigger, more ambitious and more epic, and more modern, frankly.
As night falls over London, the day has only just begun for Chris and Billy.
And tonight is also our first big Chris and Billy scene, which is Doctor and Rose together. And that's exciting. They've done lots of scenes so far, running about, fighting monsters and things, but tonight is the heart of it, really, which is the two of them doing dialogue.
So we're about to do a scene in front of the London Eye here, another important scene from episode 1, and this is just after Rose has made her very first journey in the time machine. Not in time, but in space. So it's flown and she steps out and she's surprised that it's moved.
I lost the signal. I got so close.
We've moved. Does it fly?
Disappears there and reappears here. You wouldn't understand.
The scene at the embankment is one of the scenes where I think the Doctor starts to realise that Rose is no mere ordinary mortal, you know. He's very much familiar with kind of ape-like humans that fundamentally just scream and panic and don't understand and have no ability to sort of just take on board the fact that he's an alien, that this is a spaceship, that it's bigger on the inside than the outside.
If you are an alien, how come you sound like you're from the north?
Lots of planets have a north.
What's a police public call box?
It's a telephone box from the 1950s. It's a disguise. I think it's pride, but I think he knows it's a bad disguise.
Exactly, that's what it's kind of like. It's kind of
a disguise. Yeah, but that's what we're saying about trying to justify it.
Yeah.
So if you can like wind me up about it, I'll fight my corner.
What's a police public call box?
It's a telephone box from the 1950s. It's a disguise.
Okay.
What he finds, I think, with Rose is that, one, she's interested, two, she's kind of bright, she's sparky, she's not fazed by what's being thrown at her, and she's had a lot thrown at her by now. And and kind of in that situation where he himself is so snowballed with the fact that he's lost the signal and he's trying to search for something and it's all going terribly wrong, and she kind of tunes into what it is he's looking for and focuses and finds something for him.
A huge metal circular structure, like a dish, like a wheel, radial, close to where we're standing. Must be completely invisible. What? What is it? What? Oh. Fantastic.
Russell said, I'd really like them to hold hands on the bridge and grab each other, and at that moment there is a kind of bonding. They're in it together. He's not said to her, come with me, or he's not trying to look after her or anything. She's just part of the team. It kind of happens in that one moment.
Sorry? You could time the action so a couple of buses went past. There's not a bus inside, look. Yes.
We wanted the Millennium Wheel, we wanted the House of Parliament, we wanted the bridge, we wanted the river, and we wanted London buses as well. And but for some reason we didn't have a bus. It became one of those nightmarish scenarios of trying to film something and being dependent on a bus coming, and then trying to time the run of the actors and cue them to run at exactly the right times so that the buses came alongside them just at the kind of critical moment, which I'd like to be able to say happened very quickly, but of course it didn't.
How's that? Good one. Yeah, it's all right. Well done.
I'm sick of red London buses that kept getting in the back of my shop.
The thing is, with someone like Chris as an actor playing the Doctor, he's such a fine actor, he's going to bring completely new qualities to it, a new alienness, a new energy, the way he walks, the way he dresses, everything. There's a brand new Chris Eccleston Doctor, and there's a whole generation of kids for whom that's going to be their definitive Doctor. But having said that, I mean, in many ways there are lots of links with the past, partly because the Doctor's always doing the same thing. He's always saving a planet, he's always berating an alien, he's always having fun. So, you know, when he's angry there will be the righteousness of John Pertwee in there. When he's being a bit balmy there'll be touches of Tom Baker. It's inevitable that those things feed in.
He's got the grinning madness of Tom, but he's got the sort of vulnerability of Peter Davison.
It's like when you're a kid. The first time they tell you that the world's turning and you just can't quite believe it because everything looks like it's standing still. I can feel it.
And a little bit of that excitedness that Paul McGann brought to it.
The turn of the earth. The ground beneath our feet is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. And the entire planet is hurtling round the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. And I can feel it. We're falling through space, you and me. Clinging to the skin of this tiny little world, and if we let go, that's who I am.
So in a way, you can see the other Doctors in him somewhere, which I guess, since they're all meant to be the same person, is very apt. But yeah, he's a very modern Doctor, I think.